Gadget's field trip.
We're going on a visit.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Come on, let's go with him.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
What's that, you ask? What is it?
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Well, no one wants to miss it.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
We're going on a visit.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Come on, let's go with him.
New places, new faces. Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Inspector Gadget here. According to my keen detective sense, I can tell without a doubt that behind me is one of the world's most spectacular sights, and I can't wait to show you around. We're at Mesa Verde National Park in southern Colorado. This whole park is an ancient village where Native Americans once lived on the cliffs for hundreds of years. It's time to investigate this curious place, and while we're at it, let's visit some other Native American spots along the way. Time to go on our adventure through the American Southwest. There are hundreds of Native American tribes in North America. What is a tribe, you ask? A tribe is like a really large family. Just to name a few, there's the Mohegan, the Iroquois, the Cherokee, the Seminole, and the Sioux, the Crow, the Comanche, the Apache, Navajo, Hopi, and Zuni. And these are just the ones that are easy to say. The western part of the United States is one of the best places to investigate Native American life, especially for this bionic detective. So grab your moccasins and Hopi on board. Here we are at the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center in Albuquerque, New Mexico. People from 19 different villages come here to celebrate their cultures. Wonderful celebration. Glad I made the invitation list. Wowzers, it's getting hot out here. Where's the popcorn when you need it? I knew the Southwest was hot, but this is ridiculous. But if you can't stand the heat, get out of the Pueblo. Oh, that's just cedar wood burning in a traditional Native American oven. I have a non-traditional oven back at headquarters. It's called a microwave. These women have spent hours preparing traditional Indian bread. I can't wait to taste it. Go, Gadget, peanut butter and jelly. I dance to loosen up my bionic ankles. But for Native Americans, dancing is a way to express their love of nature and their religion. Wonder if they had Native American bandstand. These dancers are from the Tiwa tribe in northern New Mexico. This is the buffalo dance, but it is not danced by buffaloes. When Native Americans hunted buffalo, nothing was wasted. It was used for clothing, shelter, and even drums. This dance celebrates the wondrous gifts of the buffalo. Buffaloes also look good on nickels. Many Native American towns are called pueblos. That means village in Spanish. Honest, for years and years, and even today, many Native American pueblos have been built with adobe bricks. Adobe is a mixture of clay, sand, and water. Sounds like Southwest mud pies. Of course, it's not as tasty as the Indian bread. Mesa Verde cliff dwellings in southern Colorado is where an entire Native American civilization called the Anasazi, or the Ancient Ones, lived. They were the first ones in the Southwest to go Mondo Condo, and are probably the ancestors of many modern Native American tribes. Let's go to the Zia Pueblo right outside Albuquerque, New Mexico. They'll show us how to make their beautiful pots. The Zia Pueblo is a whole town with a school for the children. Sometimes they speak Keres, their native language. The Zia people may be descendants of the Anasazi at Mesa Verde. Of course, you'd have to ask the Anasazi about that. Generations and generations of the Aragon family have mastered the art of Zia pottery. This is how they do it. Grind up stone from the ground to make powder. Mix powder with water to make the clay. Make coils, stack, and smooth with a piece of gourd. Let dry. Rub with a polishing stone until it shines. Fire in oven. Make paint. Paint the pot. You're done. Now, that's what I call a pretty perfect pottery pinch pot. I don't mean to dwell on dwellings, but since we're on the subject, a completely different Native American house you may have heard of is called a teepee. The word teepee comes from the Dakota tribe. Te means to live in. The word pee means to use for. That's different than a toupee, which is a teepee you wear on top of your head. Teepees were made for the Native American on the move. They were like mobile homes, made from stretching a few buffalo hides over some tall poles. They were great protection from bad weather and dive-bombing vultures. You could pick up and go anytime. You can see teepees in Hardin County, Montana. It's the teepee capital of the world. In about the year 600 AD, Native Americans settled in the Mesa Verde area. Guess we missed the cliff warming party by about 1,400 years. Over the years, they hunted. First, using spears and rocks. It's not easy sneaking up on a bison. They also used bows and arrows. They farmed, made pottery, and played. They even had dogs and wild turkeys as pets, just like me. Of course, my dog hates it when I call him a wild turkey. The most sacred prayer rituals were held in round underground rooms called kivas. Wowzers! Are those girls doing their wash? I have an overcoat that needs cleaning and pressing. No, they're pretending to be Anasazi girls grinding corn just like the ancient ones. Too bad there's no place for a corny joke. 217 rooms and 23 kivas. The Cliff Palace is the largest cliff dwelling in North America. The walls were mostly made of mud, water, and sandstone. They weren't big on wallpaper. The Anasazi went up and down the side of the cliff so many times they left toe holes. I don't think my Gadget toes would fit in these holes. There are other cliff pueblos far from Mesa Verde, like this one in New Mexico called Canyon de Che. Cliff tops are great protection from bad weather and unwanted visitors. But in the 1200s, the Anasazi mysteriously moved away. Sounds like this could be my next case. These are the vital statistics for an Anasazi man. He only lived for 34 years. He is 5 foot 3 inches tall, and he has a flat skull. That's because as a baby, he spent most of his time lying on a flat surface called a cradle board. Time to get my gadget hands on some clay and make myself some pottery. If I get really good, I can make myself a cliff dwelling complete with bread bakers. I hope you learned a lot from the old inspector. Have Potter's Wheel will travel. Go, go, Gadget field trip.